Very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinyi, and I'm so glad to have you on this exclusive edition. Of course, this is a special one because we always have here the Deputy Party Leader of Safina Party, Willis Otieno, who is our resident guest. Wakili, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Yes.
I saw you were in Mombasa attending the LSK annual retreat, therefore.
Yes.
What is it that you actually pay from that particular
It was in Diani. And we were discussing the question of rule of law and constitutionalism. And the lawyers of Kenya reaffirmed their commitment to the cause of the rule of law and constitutionalism. And at that conference, we passed a resolution and a message was sent to William Ruto in clear and categorical terms. That don't interfere with judicial processes. The question of anticipatory bail, which he had spoken about, told him it's not for him to say you cannot give anticipatory bail or give. That's a question that the court will decide. If he's not happy, he can appeal. If he loses the appeal, it's okay. Accept and move on. But don't try to intimidate judges. Our judiciary and our judicial officers needs to engage in their duties without any fear or favor. That is what us as lawyers we believe in. The rule of law, pure and simple. And legacy politicians will not try to gaslight us today for standing for the truthful things that the Constitution provides. And the Attorney General received flack for trying to say the opposite. And the Kenyan lawyers are not going to sit back and watch as the rule of law is undermined at their conference. So Diani was successful.
Okay. I saw you being addressed by the Chief Justice, Honorable Martha Koome, also asserting that the judiciary should not actually be undermined whatsoever, and the government of the day needs to uphold the rule of law. At the same time, we've also seen the quest by some members of course, the Law Society of Kenya, led by Nelson Harvey, to actually have them sacked, or rather taken from these particular offices because of different kind of views, or rather, according to him, they're not fit to hold those particular offices. That particular plea has also not seen the light of the day. What do you make of the same?
You know, the main thing is this. The fact that we'll fight for independence of the judiciary and respect of the institution, the Constitution which we are defending equally provides for mechanisms for removal of a judge if they misconduct themselves. So if anybody pursues or files a complaint seeking the removal of a judge, it doesn't mean that they are undermining the independence of the judiciary. It simply means they are upholding the provisions of the Constitution. And judges have been removed in this country for misconduct. It's not the first time. So the questions about individual officers will always come up. And those who are aggrieved are well within their right to pursue those individual complaints. What, as a unit, we are defending is the judiciary as an institution. You cannot condemn an entire institution when we know within that institution there are so many judicial officers and judges who are toiling day and night, working over and above to deliver justice to the people of Kenya. So when you use one brush to paint the entire institution as corrupt, then you, in a way, kill the Constitution. But individuals who are within the institution, weed them out, you flesh them out, and you deal with them. And complaints will always come, because ultimately the quest is to uphold the Constitution, which provides for the procedures of removal of a judge.
What is always the main agenda in these LSK annual retreats? What is it? What do you people actually reflect on?
No, it's the time for us to reflect and look back into the state of the law in the country. But also it's an opportunity for Kenya lawyers to discuss emerging issues of practice and emerging developments, questions of technology, AI, legal space. What is our state of practice, for example, in terms of threats to the rule of law and constitutionalism. So it was a learning experience and an opportunity for us to reaffirm our commitment to the cause of justice and the rule of law. So the annual conference is a very welcome move. And also an opportunity for you to meet your long-lost classmates, who you may not have seen even for over 20 years, for some of us. So you get to see people that you went to school with. Okay. So the annual conference is a conference that is meant to further develop the legal practice and legal developments in Kenya.
What is your honest assessment of the state of the rule of law in the current political establishment?
The state of the rule of law is stable, but there are threats emanating from the executive. And that is something that we cannot countenance. You look at their conduct. The rule of law is not just about the judiciary. It's even about how the executive or everybody else conducts their affairs. When you are living in a country where there's extrajudicial killings, abductions, and forced disappearances, when those who committed extrajudicial killings are not held to account, as of today, over 100 young Kenyans have been killed by police bullets. And to date, we do not have police officers in court accounting for the deaths of those young people. That is precarious. We've had enforced disappearances and abductions conducted by officers of the state. None of them have been taken to court.
Okay.
We've had court orders which have been issued by the courts, which have not been obeyed by the executive. So, I will say there is a threat emanating from the executive against the rule of law. But the very fact that we can sit here to speak against it, and many Kenyans for that matter, are demanding better, are refusing to countenance this nonsense from the Kenya Kwanza failed regime. It tells you that the rule of law has now recruited and has enough defenders and evangelists who will champion its cause to the political class and to tell the legacy politicians, you are nothing without us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like us to cross over on the other side and look at, of course, what is taking place within our devolved unions. Of course, it's 12 years down the line since the devolved governments started functioning. And here we are, last week we had the Devolution conference that was held in Homa Bay. I wonder, what is it that you actually see from your own optics and point of view, 12 years down the line? Is there any significant difference or rather benefits that we've actually got from these units that were birthed through the new constitution of 2010?
You know, the very fact that the devolved units were set up, that alone should be celebrated, because you're moving from a very highly centralized system. And the very fact that now at the local level, people have set up local administrations and they have resources which are devolved to those units, and they have an opportunity to determine their own issues and development. That's a good step. Of course, there are threats to devolution, just like there are threats to the rule of law. Some of those threats are people are pilfering county funds. And the devolved units have not fully delivered to the people. So there must be eternal vigilance and pressure on those devolved units to make sure they deliver to the people of Kenya. What I admired, there's something, I'd said it even here on this platform one day, about when Kenyans go to international exhibitions, and you find a Kenyan has gone with Masai curios to an international conference where somebody has come with robots. And then you want to display a curio. I saw Busia County, they decided to display frenesi. That's happiness. A big fruit. This is the biggest frenesi harvested this season at the Devolution conference. It tells you the pettiness. Why not even come and display value addition to that frenesi? How can you value add it so that you increase its value? You can store it longer. You can take it to a better market. The people, the farmers can earn more. They are still at the basic level. Some counties just had empty desks, the governor's chair. That's what they had to show for. But we must call them out. And we hope this is a learning curve. So next time, we expect a county to come up with innovative, what they're doing, innovative things that they can use to change lives. How have they integrated AI in their work? What are they doing to, for example, enhance youth ICT hubs where people can come up with robotics? Start thinking big. Our thinking cannot still be caught up in the Curio era, where you go and put for us some masks, carved masks, and you say this is what our county produces. Or you bring oranges and mangoes. Who displays that? So they must be innovative. So the hardware that is implementing devolution, some of them are still caught up in the past. Legacy politics, as I call them. They have not transited into the new era where we are, where the world is moving on a different template. Don't reduce devolution to be about putting food on the stomach, that you come and display for them fruits and nuts. No. It is beyond that. It's about value addition.
Okay.
So what are you doing to enhance, to add value to the quality of lives that the people in your county are living? What are the new approaches?
Okay.
So it is not bad. They're trying, but they can do better.
The question is, look at the amount of money that has actually gone down there for these 12 years. First of all, Kenyans are asking, are we seeing the value for this particular money that is going to the devolved units? And at the same time, for these years that we've been here, have we actually realized the real objective of devolution as anticipated by the framers of the Constitution?
You know, when you have that question, it's good that Kenyans ask these questions. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
If you take the northern frontier counties, for 12 years, over 1 trillion Kenya shillings has been devolved there. When devolution started, the contribution of the northern frontiers to the GDP of Kenya was slightly below 2%. 1 trillion down the line, 12 years down the line, it has reduced to below 1%. Its contribution to the GDP of the country. Yet, we've taken more money. Kenyans have devolved more money to the units there. So we must ask ourselves, those leaders in the northern frontier, what are you doing to your people? If the country as a whole has devolved this much in 10 years, in terms of GDP contribution, this region has reduced, not increased. So you're actually depriving the people of the northern frontiers opportunities. That should be a condemnation to the leadership. Because they are not disenfranchising other Kenyans. They are disenfranchising the people to whose benefit the resources were being devolved. You'll expect 1 trillion down the line. What will you expect from northern Kenya? You'll expect the region to now add more in terms of GDP contribution.
Okay.
But why is it not? Somebody will tell you maybe that money is find itself back in Nairobi. So who loses? It's the people who are meant to benefit from that money. The people in the northern frontier. So in devolution, we should be doing a stock 10 years down the line. Where were you? What was the GDP of the area when we started? So this much contribution. Where are we today? Once we've now brought this much into the region. Has your GDP contribution to the country increased or reduced? If it has reduced, there's a problem.
Okay.
And the problem is the legacy politicians, who to them still think this money belongs to them. They are siphoning the money and using it in Nairobi and Dubai and other foreign capitals. Disenfranchising the very people of the region who are supposed to benefit.
Okay.
Like the questions we must ask.
So the problem definitely here is these leaders who we elect to this devolving.
The legacy politicians who don't understand what their mandate is. Who to them they see their positions in public office to be about themselves.
Okay.
It's an opportunity for them to self-aggrandize and to massage their egos. That's why you'll not be surprised to see governors arriving in conferences with big cars and bodyguards bullying everybody around, sitting on a big chair. You are the big man. What big man? The big man is the mwananchi who is selling by the roadside. That's the person paying your salary. Why are you shoving them away?
Okay. So Wakili, I'm trying to look at this situation, and I'm wondering, because with the devolved units here, we expected devolved development. And that would mean that money would be closer to the people, and people would see real development down there, because the governors would be able to work these things out. But then what we are now looking at is what I may call devolved corruption. And recently, of course, we had the president talk over some governors coughing up to 150 million to save their names, of course, whenever they are brought before the Senate for impeachment by the MCS. All these things, how then do we deal with such kind of problems to ensure that our units work effectively?
You know, sometimes I listen to William Ruto and I get surprised. He stands up and he says, I'm a consumer of raw intelligence information. I'm aware this happened. He's saying it to the press. There's something in law called aiding and abetting. He has received intelligence information of bribery.
Yes.
Acts of corruption. That intelligence information he was receiving was not meant for gossip. It was meant to be actioned. That is why we invest a lot of money on intelligence in this country. It is meant to be actioned. You cannot be lamenting, like the rest of us, about a governor bribing senators, senators and members of parliament receiving bribes, and you do nothing about it. How? He is no longer a whistleblower. He can't be a whistleblower. He is aiding and abetting the offenses of corruption. So, to the extent that he has not acted on the intelligence information, he is now part of the criminal enterprise. Because in the ideal, when the intelligence services invested their time and resources to collect that information, reduced it in writing, and gave it to him, it was not for his ears to use as political fodder. It was for his ears for action. And action where it discloses a criminal offense, which he has seen the intelligence information. I have not seen it. You will expect him to report.
He said that they would be arrested.
Don't tell us there will be. Arrest. Why are you still telling us there will be? So what are you waiting for? If you are not sure, then why are you going to... In fact, don't announce it in a press conference. Tell us this has been reported at this central police station. And action will be taken. Then now we can ask the police, why have you not acted on this report that you've received? But to say in the press, what is wrong with...
Be that as it may, if the president's word is to be believed, then that is actually what is happening here.
But kwani nani we ni mgeni hapa mjijini? Parliament, this one. This handshake of thieves. Parliament, the worst institution in the history of Kenya. These parliamentarians, all of them are bribed. I'll tell you a very sad experience one of my clients had. Went to parliament to make presentation on a bill, and when you go there, you sign registration. Some members of parliament, apparently, they go and collect the information from the signature sheet and start calling you to ask for money to support your proposals. Our parliament is, even the speakers have said it several times, they are bribed in toilets. So what is new? That we all knew. What we are shocked is why no action is being taken against them.
Okay.
But bribing in parliament, that is like asking anybody if they breathe. And I believe anybody who's alive is breathing.
Okay.
So anybody in parliament knows it.
The other thing that has also come about here is, of course, the issue of the wage bill and the number of counties that we have, the devolved units. Certain quarters are arguing that there are too many, and therefore we should actually reduce the number for some sort of effective administration or maybe usage of funds and all that. Do you concur that the current number that we have, 47, is too much for the county to manage?
That is not our problem. Our problem is not the 47 counties, in my view. Our problem, as I've always said, is odious debt, illegal debt. In the sense that, what are counties meant to do? Counties are organs of service provision. You are taking it closer to the people. We are moving from a very highly centralized system. So if you reduce the number of devolved units, it's like you're going back into centralization.
Okay.
In fact, in our constitution, there should be further devolution of units up to the village level. Because it's about empowering the people, giving people a platform to have a voice and a say in their governance to the lowest level possible.
Okay.
But if you start saying casually that, no, there are too many, you can say it comfortably in Nairobi.
How would more units result into more development for the people?
It's about giving people a platform to make a decision on their affairs. If you devolve money to a village level, because they are supposed to be devolved, the most important thing about devolution is devolving resources. The county units are just the organs that are used to administer those resources. But you'll expect every village in this country should be able to say, our village has received this much for purposes of providing these services to us. As villagers, we've met in our baraza. This is our view. This year, our priority projects are the following, to our benefit. Then the devolved units, county administration, implements it.
Okay.
So it helps. Because we don't want a situation where somebody sits in Nairobi and tells you what needs to be done. You know, there's a time in this country when somebody came up with a program that we are going to supply mosquito nets to all constituencies in the country. Another one said, in fact, they were giving malaria medicine. There are some areas of the country that are not malaria prone. Yeah.
And they would not need actually these.
They will not need these items, but they were supplied. Why? Because somebody sitting in Nairobi was looking at statistics, maybe his own personal bias. He comes from a malaria-prone area. Another one said, let's build fish ponds in all constituencies. Yeah.
And there are constituencies where people don't even consume the fish.
Don't even consume the fish. The question of markets, post-harvesting procedures, how to preserve the fish to get it to a market. They didn't know. Okay. So centralized, good as an idea it is. But if you went, for example, to some parts of the country, they'll tell you we prefer, we work on abattoirs as a priority at this particular time. Okay. But another part will tell you, we want those fish cages, like yesterday, as a priority. Okay. So allow the people at the local levels identify what their immediate needs are, and you.
There has been also a debate of devolving more functions to the counties. But the bigger question here is, how then should we give the governors more functions if even the current ones that they actually have, they're not able to take care of properly?
What we should be dealing with, we should not be asking the governors why they don't take, we should be asking the institutions of governance which are meant to oversight them, why they're not functioning. Okay. That's where the problem is. Because then if you say that we can't give them more functions because they're not delivering on the ones they have, so you are in essence saying we continue suffering by not getting the services that have been devolved to them already. No. You should actually not even question the governors. You should be questioning the institutions of oversight. That these counties are not delivering to us. What are you doing? What action is being taken? Because we have oversight institutions that exist. Those are the ones which needs to be called to account, not even the governors. Okay. Once we've called those institutions of oversight to account, then it becomes easy. The question of devolving more functions becomes easier.
Finally, as they say, funds, of course, should actually follow these functions here. And while talking and addressing people at the Devolution conference, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga says that, look, even the CDF money that is normally given to the members of parliament should actually be given to the governors so that they have more money in order to perform some of these functions. Because according to him, the members of parliament have no particular function doing things which should be done by governors. What do you make of the same?
MPs have no role in managing, administering, sitting in, influencing in any fund. MPs must accept their responsibilities, representation, legislation, oversight. They cannot create for themselves a slush fund. CDF has been turned into a members of parliament slush fund that they use to run their local politics. It's not delivering on the intended objective. If the question was devolution, use the existing structures. On that, I agree with the former Prime Minister. Members of Parliament are fighting tooth and nail for this fund because they've turned it to be their slush fund. They are earning money from that fund. They are using it to reward political support. They are using it to buy loyalties. They are using it to punish areas that didn't vote for them. That's what it is. Okay. And we must tell them the truth. Don't fear these people. CDF has no role in our existing constitutional infrastructure. And as the courts have said it, there's nothing members of parliament can do about it. And who said you must be a member of parliament with a fund? If you don't like it, you walk out. Yeah, who said you must be the one? If you believe you cannot deliver your work as an MP without CDF, so you go. Leave. Let us elect people who are going to perform the primary functions of a CDF, of a member of parliament. It's not administering CDF. So for them, you are removing meat from their mouths. That's why they are frothing everywhere. But we must keep reminding them. Representation, oversight, legislation.
You will be on the ballot alongside your party leader, Jimmy Wanjigi, in the next general elections. If God, of course, I know whether to say when or if, but then when you get that particular chance, will you actually scrap the CDF kind of stuff that we are having here so that you do the right thing?
That's not even a question. The courts have pronounced themselves. CDF will go. Okay. In fact, salaries of members of parliament will be reduced. That's what I believe in. Okay. Being a member of parliament should be a service. It's not an opportunity for self-enrichment. As Safina will say, we'll even reduce salaries of everybody, from president to MCA. At least, let's say, member of parliament. MCA we can spare. They earn meager salaries anyway at the moment. Yeah, compared to what they deal with.
We'll even serve for 1 month if you could.
Why not? It's the people. It's the people. It's not my money. It's not their money. If the Kenyans want to, in fact, we'll do a referendum on it. How do you want the salaries of members of parliament to be capped? Yeah. Let them tell the people they want to earn 2 million when other Kenyans are earning 10,000. Okay. And then they say Kenyans have given us the mandate to earn 2 million. Is that fair?
Let's wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been having this beautiful conversation on the 12 years of devolution that we've had here as a country. What do you think about it? Do you think that we've got anything to show for this change in governance, of course, that is actually different from what we've had for the past 50 years? Allow me to stop for now. Weigh in and tell us what you think. Thank you for watching and thank you for being part of this family. Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.